You there? Please. Help. Oh, please help me. We were attacked. They struck without warning. The backstabbing bastards. It was House Montclair, the traitorous curs. They caught us by surprise and showed not even a hint of mercy. Lieutenant Fairfax commandeered the old tower on the hill and dug in tight. The Shornhelm Guard won't go down without a fight. Lieutenant Fairfax sent me to gather healing supplies from our wagons, but one of those Montclairs got the drop on me. Can you get the supplies and take them to the lieutenant? I'll see if I can get word about this to the rest of our troops. Lieutenant Fairfax needs those healing supplies. A lot of our soldiers were wounded in the surprise attack. What's to tell? We were on patrol, watching for more of Montclair's mischief. When we stopped to check on Hinault's farm, we were ambushed. We knew Montclair had troops, but we never expected that he had a damned army. My opinion? He wants to be the king of Rivenspire, just like that madman Rancer. Lieutenant Fairfax retreated to the old tower on the hill. We're holding Montclair's soldiers off, but we need to get our wounded troops back on their feet again.
Speak up and talk fast. After that surprise attack, I'm not feeling very trusting or hospitable towards strangers. Our healing supplies. Eloise could certainly use those. All right, I'll order them to unlock the tower door. But understand this. If you betray us in any way, I'll kill you myself and toss your lifeless body from the top of the tower. Unlock the tower door.
Wounded.
What do you want? Can't you see all these wounded? All this blood? I feel like I'll never be clean again, and I still have so much to do here. Divines be praised! Thank you so much. With these supplies, I can properly tend to the wounded. If you're willing to help, I won't say no. I'm worried about the Hinault family. We haven't seen them since the battle started. I want to check on them, make sure they're all right. But I don't want to navigate a horde of Montclairs on my own. That's what I was hoping you'd say. Lieutenant Fairfax doesn't want anyone to leave the tower. But I'm sure he'll agree to let me go if you accompany me. Give me a moment to finish tending to these soldiers, and I'll meet you outside. I just need a moment. I'll meet you outside. Just because I'm a healer doesn't mean I don't know my way around a battlefield. I kept my head low, followed orders, and took care of the wounded. Thankfully, I had a few supplies. But what you brought me is a godsend. I'm here. Talk to me when you're ready to check on the Hinault family. I'm ready when you are. Follow me and stay close. It's not that far. This is the Hinault farmhouse. Why don't you go up and see if anyone is home?
Go away! We don't want any trouble! Are we all right? Soldiers have invaded our farm, and you're asking if we're all right? What is this? Some kind of trick so you can take our house too? And I should just believe you and open this door? I don't think so. If you really want to help, bring me weapons to arm my family with. Once we can properly defend ourselves, I'll happily open this door. Not just any weapons, you hear me? I need a two-handed sword, and one-handed swords for my wife and oldest son. My younger son needs a bow, and my daughter, she insists on having a pair of daggers. Bring the weapons back here when you have them.
Genovi makes a good point, but I think I can help. Come talk to me when you have a moment. One thing you can always count on after a battle. Lots of extra weapons. I saw some of the soldiers tossing weapons into the barn. You should be able to find everything Genovi asked for in there. You can handle this on your own. There's fresh blood inside the farmhouse. Can't you smell it? I need to collect my healing supplies from the tower so I can help Genovi and his family. Right, good. Whatever. The sooner we get this done, the sooner I can get something to eat. Suddenly I'm starving. I'm not sure I can stand much more of this. Bodies, the blood. I wanted to save this family, but look what happened. It feels like everything has suddenly gone wrong. I don't know. I came back and found that the door was open. Genovi must have sacrificed himself so the rest of the family could escape. But blessed Arche, why did they open the door? The weapons? Of course. It's just the enormity of it all. It's frazzled my nerves. But the rest of the Hinault family, you have to find them. Before you go, I have to tell you something. The dead, they sometimes return as blood fiends. I'm not sure, but the lieutenant thinks the Montclairs are responsible. If any of the Hinaults were killed, you have to burn their bodies. Take this torch and start with Genovi. Then collect his ashes so his family can give him a proper burial.
Please, don't hurt me. I don't want to die. Wait. You're not the creature that attacked my father. You're not even one of the Montclairs. Too little, too late, stranger. If you had come to us before that monster knocked on our door, maybe things would be different. Instead, my father is dead and my family is scattered. She knocked on the door. She sounded concerned, said she was there to help. When my father opened the door, he was attacked. He yelled for us to run. I heard my father's screams. They followed me as I ran. The sword, just like my father requested. Oh, I wish he had just let you in. You could have saved him. I'll run to the Shornhelm Guard. Please, find the rest of my family. We got separated in the confusion.
No. No, please. Leave me alone. I haven't done anything. You were the one who came to the door? Who my father sent off to get weapons for us? He should have trusted you. I wasn't close enough to hear, but someone knocked on the door and convinced my father to open it. That's when the screaming started. And the blood. I panicked. Probably would have died myself if not for Joanne. I feel better with these in my hands. I just wish you would have made it back sooner. Then maybe my father would still be alive.
There you are. Have you seen Heloise? Some of the Hinaults have arrived. But I haven't seen Heloise since she ran off with her healing kit. Well, she hasn't come back yet, and I'm starting to worry. I think she's ill and trying hard not to show it. Hopefully she'll be back soon. For now, go inside and check on the Hinaults. I promised to send you to them when you arrived.
It's awful out there. I hate war. I just hate it. And I want my mother. Why isn't she back yet? I want to go home.
It's good to see you again, my friend. The Shornhelm Guard has been helpful, but my mother and little brother have yet to arrive. By any chance, did you happen to find them while you were out there? I was afraid that was going to be the case. I'll try to be strong. For my sister. I just wish I could bury them in the family graveyard. I won't sleep easy until that's done. Thank you. We'll bury these as soon as my sister calms down. Oh, wait a moment. Someone's coming in. No. No, it can't be. Not you!
Divines, protect us! It's the monster!
Stay back, foul creature!
Monster? What did I...
She's a blood fiend! She entered our farmhouse and killed our father!
No. That can't be true.
That was the thing that attacked my father. Am I sure I heard her voice outside our door asking us to open it? Am I sure she leapt at my father and sank her teeth into his neck? Am I sure he told us to run with his dying breath? Yes, it was her! And maybe she's insane. Would that make everything better? Maybe my father wasn't killed by an undead abomination, but by an ordinary madwoman. Look, you're right. She doesn't look like a blood fiend. But she was definitely the one who attacked us.
What in Oblivion's name happened in there? Heloise ran right past me crying her eyes out. Well, don't just stand there, get after her! She's not safe out there on her own.
Oh, Stendarr. What's wrong with me? Please, stay back. I'm so hungry, and I don't want to hurt you. I think Hinault's son is right. I think I did attack his father. I'm not sure. My memory comes back to me in flashes. I smell blood, so fresh and strong. I've just been so hungry. I think I consumed Genovi's blood. Why am I so hungry? Begin? I don't know. Days ago? Weeks? No. I was scratched. During the battle with the Montclairs. I remember a snarl. Something touched my arm. I forgot about it until I noticed the deep scratch while I was tending to the wounded soldiers. Since then, I've been dreaming while I'm awake. Dream about teeth and blood. So much blood. I can smell it all around me. I'm hungry. So hungry. I'll go away. Far away. I'll find a place to hide. Someplace where I can't hurt anyone. I don't trust myself. Stendarr, help me. I'm so hungry. I can do this. I can control it. It's only when I get hungry that I lose control. I'll live in the wilderness, far from people. I'll survive on animals. Never people. Never. I'm sure I can control it. Lieutenant Fairfax. Sometimes I thought he had a fondness for me. I hope he didn't. I really hope he hated me. I can't think about what might have been. Tell him not to look for me. I want him to hate me with all his heart.
Where's Heloise? Is she all right? Does she need help? I knew something was wrong. I tried to get her to talk to me. Maybe I could have done something and then she'd still be here. But she's alive, right? I mean, that's something. When this business with Montclair is over, I'll find her. I'll bring her back.
My sister and I are going to bury our family. We'd be honored if you accompanied us.
Marek would come here to play all the time. It made Mother so nervous. She hated these ruins.
I remember Father's ghost stories. He tried to scare us into staying away. But the stories just made Marek more interested.
Things are going to be so different now that they're gone. Thank you for coming with us. I feel safer with you nearby.
What happened to our family is terrible. But as the bards say, life goes on. My sister and I came up here to, well, to give them a proper burial. Thank you. I have one last favor to ask of you, though. Would you bury our family's ashes? Mela and I think it would be appropriate, considering all you've done for us. Father was strong, steady. He held our family together.
Mother was our rock. I loved her so much. I miss you, Marek. You were a spoiled brat, but I loved you.
Blessed Arche, please sanctify our family and the ground they rest in. Let them find peace. Keep them safe. Well, my family is at peace now. Thank you so much for your help. You'll always be a friend of the Hinault family. I'm not sure, There are so many memories here, but we can't keep the farm in good order with just the two of us. Mela and I might travel for a while. Visit Shornhelm, or Wayrest. We'll make a new life for ourselves, thanks to you.
None of this feels real, but your help has made it easier for my brother and I. Joan's trying so hard to be strong for me. I guess I need to do the same for him.
Something I can...
I've got what you need. Come, do your trading here.
She'll come back. She'll come back. She has to.
Take caution, fragile mortal. You stand before the great Incendion, master of the White Flame, bearer of the burning heart, kinlord of ancient Sunhold. I could incinerate you with an intake of my breath. And I have very important work to do. You don't listen very well. Were you not undaunted, you'd be a pile of ash right now. If you must know, I've come to Rivenspire in search of the Crypt of Hearts, a once great school of magic. Now it is cursed. If you find it before me, I hope you die there.
Shornhelm. It may be run down, rainy, and ravaged by war, but at least they've got ale. How about you buy us another round? Who cares? The ale tastes like swill, and the swill tastes like piss. I'll drink whatever's on the table, so long as you're buying. I get drunker, but none the poorer. Huh. A good deal. Many thanks.
You? What are you doing here? Forget it. I know we've had our differences in the past, but I need your help. It's Colleen. She's missing. She was supposed to meet me back here hours ago, and, well, it's been too long. I think something's happened to her. No. I know something's happened. We're tracking a spy, Naruk. He worked for King Faharjad until he turned on the Covenant. Now he's inciting war. Colleen left to meet Sigil, a contact with info on Naruk. They were to meet outside town off the road. She hasn't come back. I appreciate your help, but don't think this changes anything. We're working together for the good of the Covenant. That's it! Colleen is. I'm working for her. King Faharjad asked Colleen to come after Naruk personally. He trusts her.
We don't want anyone finding out one of the King's spies has gone rogue. She's still sailing. Master Kassan is at the helm while we're away. We've done so well against the Dominion that there's rumors King Faharajad's going to promote Colleen soon. I hope so. She deserves it. She's done nothing but good for the Covenant. He's a spy. Or he was until King Faharajad joined the Covenant. The King recalled his spies to Sentinel. Naruk refused. He's founded his own group, the Children of Yokuda. They think the Redguard should rule Bretons and Orcs, not ally with them. I buried my brothers. I didn't have enough for graves, but Colleen helped me. She knows what it means to sacrifice for the Covenant. I don't want to talk about it.
I need another drink like I need a head in the hole.
Spare some gold for a worker down on his luck. Do you think I'd rather beg than work? But work for a dust sweep isn't as common as it used to be. And a man's got to do what he can. I have a family to feed, after all. Who can say? What with this civil war and all, maybe people don't care as much about cleanliness as they used to. I'm just trying to make ends meet, and economics was never my strong point. Bless you, and bless this glinting gift. Tonight I will turn this clanking metal into bread and turnips for my family's supper. A feat greater than the most talented alchemist can conjure, eh?
Please, don't walk away. Don't ignore me. I really need your help. This blasted war has been devastating to us common folk. Can you spare a few pieces of gold for a poor beggar? You sent the guard west to chase a rumor? We need those troops to protect Shornhelm.
Only some of them, Baron. My father would have done the same. Captain Genevieve will discover the truth and report back.
Countess, Baron, please. We must remain focused. As long as Montclair controls the upper city, the whole region remains at risk.
How can we trust you, Count Ravenwatch? Your friendship with Montclair is well known. What did you offer those captains to betray us?
I care for the Count even less than you, Baron, but he hasn't done anything to warrant such accusations. Yet.
We must end this debate and take action. Make an example of the two traitors and retake the upper city. How can the two of you not see that?
I do not disagree, Baron, but we need to proceed with caution. There is more to this situation than meets the eye. I know I make you both nervous. Perhaps we should continue this after our blood has cooled?
Mind your tempers, gentlemen. We have a visitor. Come forward, friend, and state your business.
Bah! You both try my patience. I can almost understand what drove Montclair to abandon our triumvirate.
I returned to Shornhelm after my father's death to find a city divided and our land in peril. Baron Dorel means well, but he'd rather rush forward than take a moment to examine the path ahead. But what brings you to Rivenspire, friend? Of course. The light provides as always. Baron Montclair is changed. We need to find out what has driven him to this perilous course of action. A letter? A journal? We need something to give us more insight into why he has betrayed us. 2 Shornhelm Guard officers. They defected to Montclair's side and helped him take over the upper city. Look for Orlazog Grayarzel and Juberik Gain. Perhaps you can deal with these traitors and discover Montclair's motivations. Baron Dorel can tell you more. Ambitious? I suppose he was no more or less so than any house noble. My father never liked the man, though. But to change so drastically? To put innocent people in harm's way? I pray for the wisdom to understand our foe. I suppose he hopes we will surrender and agree to his terms, but that's not going to happen. Neither House Tamrith nor House Dorel will give in to such outrageous demands. And I know the High King won't allow such treachery to go unpunished. The Baron sees me as a child, and I find him to be a pompous ass. Light grant me patience. I know that he wants to appear strong, in control, but we need to peer into the shadows and determine what has led to Montclair's bold actions. House Ravenwatch is an old Rivenspire family. As for Verandis, I do not like the man. Be that as it may, and despite his long friendship with Montclair, the Count seems genuine in his willingness to help. He cares deeply about our people.
Heed my words, friend. There is more to Montclair's betrayal than the Baron and the Countess know. I suggest you proceed with caution when you enter the upper city. I'm a lesser noble of the city, offering what assistance I can during this time of trouble. The Baron and I were friends, yes, good friends. But that was before this madness overtook him. Dorel sees traitors behind every pillar, but his intentions are good. He truly cares for Rivenspire and its people. He simply has the social skills of a sober Nord. Tamrith is overly occupied with spiritual matters. She'd rather pray for my lost soul than engage in a rational discussion, much like her mother. Her late father was another matter. Sensible, strong, pragmatic. Her younger sister takes after him. Yes, Captain Geneve of the Rivenspire Guard. In fact, the Countess just sent the good captain to investigate disturbing rumors from the western countryside. But rumors are for later. We have a more immediate problem right here in Shornhelm.
Find those traitors and make them pay. Let's show everyone what it means to betray the city of Shornhelm. Situation? What's to tell? Baron Montclair betrayed all of Shornhelm and has taken over half the city. People have been killed or injured, property destroyed. And now Montclair has demanded that we surrender and crown him King of Rivenspire. Now you sound like the Countess. Who cares why he wants to be king? The only thing that matters is that we stop him before he takes over all of Shornhelm. The man is a cad and a coward. I will never bend my knee to him. Never. I don't know what Montclair promised them, but we can't let such disloyalty go unpunished. We must show resolve in this matter. We must deal harshly with these traitors. They'll be in the upper city, probably in the barracks or Montclair Manor. She's young and inexperienced. She hesitates, turns to prayer instead of her own good sense. A ruler has to think and act, not pray to bloody Arche for every little thing. If we hesitate in this, we'll surely lose everything we hold dear.
If you can spare a few moments, my master would like to have a word with you. Who's skulking? I'm praying. All devout I am, just like Isolde. Oh, not really. I wanted to eavesdrop on the Baron and the Countess. I must say the acoustics in this place are really quite spectacular. Now why would you go and do that? I'm just like you. I'm merely here to help. Now remember, you never saw me.
pleasant surprise. Don't blame me, my dear. I don't pick the fake names. If I'm Sigil, that makes you Arrowhead. It also makes you very late. Colleen's here? Well, that makes sense. When one of your spies turns on you, it's best not to spread it around town. King Faharajad would want someone he trusts. Seeing as you're here and she's not, I take it Colleen's gone missing? None save the old-fashioned kind. We'll talk to the city guards. If Colleen left Shornhelm, someone was bound to see her. You don't strut like her and not attract attention. If Naruk nicked her, we're in trouble. He's not a nice man. There's still a market for sensitive goods, and I'm doing well enough. Might even have enough for another ship soon if Telenil keeps working his magic. This job was supposed to put me over the top. Guess that'll have to wait. Mikog's off with Lambour. The whole relic fuss never sat right with him. Herden and Deragor are still with me, along with Telenil. We left Colleen's crew shortly after the Dominion hit Daggerfall. I like my sailing without giant fireballs. Funny story. Irian sends me letters. She says Jakarn's taken a fancy to me. She says he even wrote me a poem. I told him flat out I wasn't interested, but that seemed to have the opposite effect. He's turned into a lovelorn fool, Irian says. The man is easy enough on the eyes, but I'm not looking for a fling right now. Jakarn may think he's in love, but I know his kind too well. We'll see if he's still interested when I have my own ship. Oh yes, Vimy sends letters. She's quite the gossip. Naramo's dig off Stonefall's dried up, but he found mention of ruins in the Alakir Desert, so he's headed there next. I've never understood what's so interesting about a bunch of missing dwarves. He's got a mess of sworn swords camped in the sewer beneath Shornhelm. Children of Yokuda. They're planning something nasty. I was going to sell my info to Arrowhead, but now that you're here, I seem to be working for free. Shame, really. Goodbye.
Wonderful day for a blood fiend attack. What can I do for you, citizen? I did see a woman like that. Hard to miss her. Strode up the road like she owned the place. She came back shortly with another Red Guard. Shifty-eyed sort, spoiling for a fight. I confronted them, but the woman assured me everything was fine. They headed into Shornhelm. Didn't watch them after that. My eyes stay on the roads nowadays. Never know when a blood fiend will want a snack.
With all the recent trouble, these streets aren't safe at night. You should be careful and keep a hand on your gold pouch. I did see a couple now that I think of it. Don't see too many Red Guards in Shornhelm. They went up the Eastern Road.
Dark times are upon us, friend. My family struggles to survive while our beloved nobles bicker ceaselessly about the most meaningless things. I tell you, just the thought of it makes my stomach want to heave. Don't recall, but if you're looking for someone, you should go roust lazy Ludipi. He never misses a coin purse.
I didn't do it. Whatever it was. Oh, I might have seen them, sure. But maybe I didn't. Memory's not so good anymore. Easy now, easy. I saw them, sure. They went into the house behind me. But they ain't come out. I don't want no trouble from you. Or them, for that matter. I'm just trying to get by.
Oh, I'll handle that. I do love playing with locks. See you below.
Fine goods and fair prices.
Damn it. That's Colleen. See to her. I'll keep watch.
Naruk's already left. You'll never catch him.
Help me walk out of here, and then we'll deal with Naruk. Naruk saw through me. I'm not cut out for spycraft. He had questions, and figured torture would loosen my tongue. He doesn't know me very well. He didn't tell me, but I saw barrels of poison and a sewer map. He's going to poison the water below Shornhelm. He wants to start a war, force King Faharajah to conquer the Bretons and Orcs. In his twisted way, he's doing what he feels is right for Alikir. Let's kill him, shall we?
Captain! What happened?
Easy, Nicolene.
You're not fine. Who did this to you? I'll kill them!
Get me a healing potion, and we'll kill them together.
Fine. Drink this, now!
Oh, much better.
You saved her. Thank you. I don't know what I'd... Never mind.
Ah, that's better.
The sewer's beyond the Fighters Guild. I saw it on his map. Follow me. There's no time to waste. Naruk can't be far. Go after him. We'll stop the poison. Lock the cistern gates. We'll keep them off the winch. Watch your back, Nicolene.
I am. I'm also watching yours.
Don't get cocky.
Well, don't get dead.
This isn't going to be remotely fun.
Everything. You'll die here.
Murder these sons of dogs. Drinks are on me. I knew you'd be back. I also know Naruk is dead. Thank you. Yet again, you've stopped a threat to the city and the Covenant. Without Naruk, the children of Yakuta will crumble. No one can say King Faharajah did not deal them justice. The Daggerfall Covenant is safe, and so am I, thanks to you. Now, have a drink with us and celebrate our victory.
I'm not sure I can ever forget what happened to my brothers because of what you did, but you saved Colleen. You saved Shornhelm too. I can't discount that. I guess we'll just have to learn to live with each other.
Nicolene and I will be headed back to the Sentinel soon enough. Until then, you should stay and have a drink with us.
I suppose saving a city is worth a drink.
Bottoms up!
fallen, Tamrith.
blowhard door.
Hey, you there! A little help here. Damn Montclair bastards caught me snooping around. If you unlock this cage, I'll be your best friend for life. I needed some quiet time. What do you think I'm doing in here? I went and got myself captured. I'm one of the Shornhelm Guard. Look, let me out of this cell, and I can help you. Good question. You shouldn't. But that doesn't mean we're not on the same side. I bet they sent you to find information about Montclair. Open the cell and I'll tell you what I know. I hate being caged. Makes me all itchy. Anyway, Orlozog shoved a letter in that chest over there. It explains a lot. I appreciate the help. You're all right in my book. Now I need to report back to Baron Dorel.
What news do you bring from the upper city? Have the traitors been dealt with? Damn! Montclair's Argonian is as crazy as an outhouse skeever. His soldiers kidnapped a few nobles, grabbed them in broad daylight. Probably hopes to use them as insurance against us. But he must realize that I never negotiate with terrorists. Then we have to act fast. Go to the Mews and free Lady Aurene Tamrith, Nethan Albergama, and Sir Estienne Gillen. If you can take out Riz al-Jul along the way, all the better. In the meantime, we'll mobilize the Shornhelm Guard and retake the upper city.
This Riz al-Jul seized nobles. Such brazen acts must not be tolerated, Baron.
Indeed. It is time to act, Countess. No more talk. No more debate.
How can we walk in the light if we leave innocent townsfolk to languish? Wait, are you agreeing with me?
Don't look so shocked, Isolde. It was bound to happen eventually. Our friend will go to the Mews to free the hostages and stop the reinforcements while we assault the upper city. A two-pronged approach.
Well, all right then. Baron, if you would, give the command and rally the Shornhelm Guard.
It will be my pleasure. It's time to show those Montclair cowards what it means to betray the people of Rivenspire.
One moment, friend. I may know something about the Fevered Mews. The Fevered Mews. I haven't thought about that place since I was a child. It's a ravine beyond the upper city. It's been sealed off for years. They used to send the ill and infirm there. Those afflicted with the plague, Khajiit fever, Argonian leprosy, things like that. But that was a long time ago. It's a dank old place. Oh, I remember now. The sewers. You can sneak through the old sewer tunnel. It leads to right near the entrance of the Fevered Mews. The ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even older section, an ancient ruin. If this Argonian is using a portal to bring reinforcements into the city, I suspect those ruins would make a proper staging ground. It's a dank old place. Oh, the ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even old...
Good riddance to those mad cultists and their bad man tree.
Not so fast, my friend. You don't have to deal with this on your own. I assume you have come to rescue the nobles and stop Montclair's reinforcements. But if Riz al-Jul is here, you shouldn't have to face him alone. I am not without resources of my own. When I discovered that Montclair had left the city and heard that the nobles had been taken captive, it wasn't difficult to ferret out the mad Argonian's hiding place. I have loyal associates. Let's leave it at that for the time being. Suffice to say, we have nothing but Rivenspire's best interests at heart. Now, Let's go rescue those nobles. Well, the Argonian, he has been at Montclair's side for a long time. He is a skilled warrior and an alchemist. I believe he may also have darker interests, including necromancy. Understand this. Riz Al Ghul is powerful and not quite sane. I have loyalists.
I prayed that I wouldn't be left to that lizard's torture. They poked and prodded me. I'm of House Tamrith. How dare they?
I knew Father would send someone for me. He's the ambassador from Alakir. Did I mention that? Baron Montclair and his Argonian general, Riz Al Ghul, attacked the nobles of Shornhelm. This is an outrage.
Horrible Argonian, Riz Al Ghul, said he would turn me into a powerful creature. Why would I want that? Ah, sweet freedom. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
Shornhelm's stability affects all of Rivenspire. If Montclair and his allies take over the city, I fear all of Rivenspire would soon fall. And then they would look beyond our borders. He's always fancied himself the true heir to Rance's throne. I usually leave politics to the other nobles. I prefer to deal quietly with more unusual problems. As for the why of things, call it an obligation. But now is not the time to discuss the past. I suspect that Riz Al Ghul is behind that stone door, along with his portal. We need to stop him from bringing through more reinforcements.
I have no time to deal with these fools. Kill them! Kill them all!
I can feel the magic. There's a portal close by. We need to close it before we're overrun by more Montclair soldiers. I should be able to close the portal. It won't take me more than a few seconds. There. That should keep them out. Shornhelm will be safe now. I shall begin my research at once, try to determine where Riz Al Ghul has gone. In the meantime, you should seek out the High King. With the portal closed, we stopped Rizal Jul from sneaking more Montclair troops into the city. It is frustrating, though, that Rizal Jul slipped away. That Argonian is sly and cowardly. No, and that's what worries me. He must be tracked down and dealt with swiftly. Thanks to your efforts, though, Montclair's plan to take control of Shornhelm has been stopped. You should inform High King Emmerich and the other nobles. According to my sources, he was close before I entered the Mews. I have no doubt that the Shornhelm Guard has reclaimed the upper city. I assume Dorel, Tamrith, and the High King are even now in Shornhelm Castle. Give Emmerich my regards.
I was just about to go in after you. Thought maybe you were stuck in a cage or something. Bunch of whiners, Montclair's troops. The moment we really pushed back, they broke off and demanded we accept their surrender. Dorel wants to execute the lot of them, but the Countess wants to consult with the High King. Too soft-hearted she is. Wanted to let you know that High King Emmerich has arrived. He's in Shornhelm Castle with the Baron and the Countess. Me? I think I might leave when this is all over. Join the Fighters Guild, see the world. Certainly could use the change.
Well?
We dislodged House Montclair from its nest. The upper city is ours, and Shornhelm is free.
While you were gone, we liberated the upper city. House Montclair's hold on Shornhelm has been shattered.
Here we have the savior of Shornhelm, I presume. You should know that Baron Dorel and Countess Tamrith have been quite generous in their praise of you. I trust you were able to close this portal Montclair was using to bring in reinforcements? I'm not surprised. Verandis and I go back many years. He has a habit of making people nervous, but I've been trying to reassure Baron Dorel and Countess Tamrith he is loyal to the people of Rivenspire. Did you also defeat this Rizal Jul? Then I suppose we'll have to track him down, he and Montclair both. I fear Montclair's ambitions may be far greater than simply conquering all of Rivenspire. It's better we stop him now. Thanks to you, we have an excellent start here in Shornhelm, and I will devote my resources to fortifying the city as quickly as possible. We're secure here now, and we have to ensure it remains that way. Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorel will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports. As you might have guessed, I'm thinking you are best suited for tracking down Rizal Jul and making sure he doesn't go opening any more portals into Shornhelm. Did Verandis perhaps mention any suspicions of where this rat may have scurried off to? Then I suggest you join him. Knowing Verandis, he's returned to Ravenwatch Castle to study whatever evidence he may have found. You'll find it west of the city near the town of Crestshade. I'm counting on the two of you to stop Rizal Jul, and soon. I should warn you, Ravenwatch Castle is as strange as the man who owns it. His family is very old and they have strange traditions. Don't worry, though. I have no doubt about the fact that he's on our side. You may rely on anything he says. Of course, I'm a veritable treasure trove of useless information, and I love to share. I've known Count Ravenwatch since I was a boy. My father even sent me to study with him for a time. House Ravenwatch is one of the oldest noble houses of Rivenspire. Quite a legacy, and Verandis carries it well. Well, if you must know, he's part of the reason I'm wearing this crown. When I first proposed to form the Covenant, many people opposed me. Verandis, however, without any urging, supported my plans and helped sway opinions in my favor. I think he did it because he was tired of bloodshed, and he knew he could trust me to always work toward peace. If I can end this conflict and restore it here, I will consider my debt to Verandis paid in full. As long as it takes. I knew that having the noble houses share the throne wouldn't last. I should have chosen one of them to rule years ago. To be honest, I feel I'm partly to blame for all of this, and it's my duty to be here and see it resolved. The last time I brought an army to Rivenspire, it was to put an end to Rancer's war. That isn't a memory I want to reawaken in this region. Besides, it will be better for all concerned if Rivenspire resolves its own problems. Rumors and wild tales, for the most part. We did receive a dispatch from a Captain Janavi. Apparently something occurred in the town of Crestshade. Something devastating enough to require the captain to set up a camp for refugees. Very little. It's a small town at the foot of the Western Mountains. Since you're heading in that direction to see Verandis, perhaps you can look in on Crestshade. I'd be grateful if you can determine what actually happened out there.
With the Great Shackle destroyed, has the plane meld been stopped?
This is taking longer than I planned.
trouble brewing? We're just wasting time again. It's you! Good to see you, mate. It's been a while since Shrieking Scar. Sorry I didn't see you coming. I'm busy keeping an eye out for harpies, and those puny Breton brothers. You've already forgotten the Remley brothers, eh? I wish I could. The three of us were hired to drive off the harpies infesting the cliffs. Armel and Balin are supposed to be setting up traps, and I'm here to protect the village while they work. If I had to guess, yes. I just don't know what's taking them so long. They've been out there for hours. Could you help out your old friends? Go look for them? I'd go myself, but I've got to keep watch here. Once you find those trap wizards, get them back here on the double. We've got to let the Elder know how we're doing. She's been waiting on our progress report. And between you and me, I think she's getting a little impatient. A job here, a job there, the usual. We're no longer called the Daggers, though. Seems a mysterious someone had a claim to the name and didn't want it tarnished. A threatening note and near-death experience later, we drop the name. Right, we actually get harpy jobs pretty frequently. Seems we have a bit of a reputation for being competent against harpies, and that's all because of your help. Yeah, those gems got us by long enough to get another job. It helped that revealing his scheme actually made us more popular among the locals. My pleasure. I can talk to you and watch for harpies at the same time. We're really proving ourselves here, I think. Proving our worth as sellswords. Or we would be if those two morons weren't ruining everything. A little village of horse nomads. The place is called Silverhoof Vale. Their elder tried to tell me all about her love for the herd mother, and yeah, my eyes just kind of glazed over when she got to the part about talking horses. Shornhelm. We're always on the lookout for the next job, right? Gelvin decided we had this well in hand. So he and that sister of his set out for the city. Wish he was here now to keep those two knuckleheads in line. The Fighters Guild has stopped doing one-shot contracts, right? Off on some grand quest to kill the Daedra. So we have a chance to make a name for ourselves. Critters like these harpies are still causing trouble. That's where we come in. Well, we're still working out the particulars, mind you. Join the Fighters Guild. You get all that armor and weapons and training. We just have the Remley brothers and my bad attitude to rely on.
Hey, you! Come on, help me out of this mess. I've been stuck for hours. By accident, of course. These things are delicate, tricky. One false move and snap, I'm caught. Now my arm's asleep and my back is killing me. Can we get on with the rescue? Does it look like I have a choice? Make it quick already. Those harpies are looking at me like I'm a three-course meal. Thanks, I guess. Armel and I were trapping the whole gully. These things are designed to go with our scent lures. But as I said, they're very finicky to set up. Bah, Armel's a moron. His design's clearly faulty. If you hadn't shown up... Right. We put down these scent barrels. They draw the harpies in and they get caught in the traps. Simple, or so he said. I've already wasted too much time out here. I need to report in to Bumnog. Hey, would you be willing to help me out? Place the rest of my traps. You'll know where to put them. Armel went ahead of me to place the scent barrels, just like the one here. Put the traps with the barrels, and keep watch for my brother. And be careful. Don't want you ending up like me. Oh, yes, of course. How have you been? We're fine, mostly. We're doing the best we can, anyway. Still in the harpy business, just like the old days. Do they? They're not, you know. We deserve better than what Lord Deal was going to do by us, didn't we?
I didn't recognize you until you mentioned it. Good to see you again. Imagine, meeting up after all this time. Can't you tell? Listen, I've got to get back to Bumnog. While you're out here, see if you can find that brother of mine.
Help! This crazy bird's trying to I thought it was going to be dinner. Thanks. I'll see you back at the village.
Are you telling me you've made absolutely no progress on the contract we signed with you?
It's Armel's fault. His stupid trap malfunctioned again.
It's not my fault. Those harpies are crafty and bloodthirsty.
Is that why you reek? What is that smell?
The harpies, they're here. The scent lure on these two brought the whole flock down on us.
We need to wash this stuff off before the harpies get us. To the pond!
Please, go with them. The villagers and I will hide from the beasts. What's going on? Why are the harpies attacking? You look like you can handle yourself. Get out there and help.
Get ready! Here they come!
Could someone get my back, please?
I'm scrubbing as fast as I can!
Could someone get my back, please?
Hey, what do you say we just leave the Remley brothers for the harpies? Bird women need love too.
We're almost done. Just a little longer.
Believe it or not, I think we solved their harpy problem. Nice work. Let's get back to the village and check in with the Elder. Hey, over here. Just a moment, before you go inside. Before you go in, I need to talk to you. The village elder. She's not sure we did any work. And look, I know we messed up a little. And you helped us out, a lot. But we're trying to build a reputation here. and most of our jobs don't go like this. So could you stretch the truth? Whoa, whoa. Lie is such a strong word. We set out traps, and the scent lures worked just as they were supposed to. And most of the harpies are gone now, right? So everything worked out, after a fashion. If she doesn't think we met our end of the contract, the Elder won't pay us. And she'll probably spread the word that we're idiots. Eventually, we'll starve to death. Is that what you want? For all of us to starve?
You're the only one who isn't a member of this group. Perhaps you will speak truly. The contract specifies they must do the work promptly and effectively. I'm not sure what happened, to be honest. Did they do anything worth paying for? You're not part of their group, as I said. I'm not trying to cheat them. I just want to know if they did what they said they would. Is their effort here today worth our hard-earned gold? I am pleased to hear this. When the Harpies attacked our horses, we were desperate. They're as dear to us as our children. We will gladly call on this group again, should the Harpies return. Your friend has vouched for your good work. Though your methods were unconventional, you greatly thinned the Harpy flock.
All in a day's work. We're glad we could help.
Here's the agreed-upon payment. Stories of your heroic deeds will be told to all those that pass through our camp.
Thank you. Our business is all word of mouth, so that'll be a huge help. And thank you, friend. We won't forget your support either. Get off your arses, boys. Go take down those traps. We don't need them anymore.
Bumnog! We just finished setting them up!
I get to take down the pots. It's your turn to get caught up in those nets.
The brothers and I appreciate your help, my friend. I know this job might have been a little rough, but we're getting better with every contract. You'll see. There aren't many that would have helped us out. I'm grateful. Grateful enough to share some of our payment, as a thank you for all your help.
Well,